If you're considering moving from California to Maryland, it's probably not because you don't like living in the physical state of California. It's probably because you want to escape the high cost of living and go to a place with a lower cost of living that still has high paying jobs. I'm getting more and more calls from Californians wanting to move out of the state, and they're considering Maryland as a place to move to. So they're really wondering, are they going to save any money? Is it really a smart move? And that's what I'm going to cover in this video. Hey everyone, this is Eddie Brady with Showcase Real Estate here in Maryland. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, thank you for being here. I make videos like this every single week about the best places to move to in Maryland, the market updates, and everything you should know before moving here. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So regardless of what the news says, the biggest reason people leave California is for family. It's not any other reason, it is family. And that applies to every state in the country. People move to be closer to family, to help a sick family member, whatever the case may be. That is the biggest reason for moving. But the second biggest reason that people are leaving California is for job opportunities. And at the time of this video, California ranks as having the third highest average salary in the entire country. So it's probably surprising that they're leaving to go other places. And you probably don't want to go anywhere that's too low on that list either, which is why they're considering Maryland. Maryland has the sixth highest average salary in the nation and also has the sixth best job market in the nation. And in 2023, we recorded the lowest unemployment rate in the history of the United States at 1.6%. Compare that to the nation's average of 3.8%, and it's no wonder why people move here for our job market. Compare that to California's unemployment rate of 4.8%, and you start to see that clearly Maryland is doing something right in this category. And the Maryland job market really is pretty fantastic. We have nearly every major industry represented here, and we also have a ton of federal government jobs and a ton of federal government jobs that have security clearances attached to them. So the income here is really strong, the job market is really strong, and at the time of this video, there's over 60,000 open full-time jobs in Maryland that you could apply for. But jobs are only a part of the story. One of the biggest reasons, other than that, why people are leaving California is the cost of living. California has the third highest cost of living in the nation at $53,171 a year. Maryland, on the other hand, has the seventh highest cost of living at $48,235 a year. But really what matters is how much money you're left with at the end of the month. And California ranks as having the 15th highest disposable income at $20,049, where Maryland ranks as having the 9th highest disposable income at $21,515. And most people that I'm talking to in California are moving out of places like LA and the Bay Area, where the cost of living is significantly higher than the state average. So the thought of them moving to Maryland, where they can get much more for their money, sounds really appealing. And other than a few neighborhoods right around Washington, D.C., where the prices can kind of compete with LA and the Bay Area, for the most part, you're getting significantly more for your money here in Maryland. And this is because Maryland ranks as having the 16th highest median home prices compared to California's second highest median home prices. And again, you could go out into rural California and I'm sure have a much more affordable home, but most of you watching this video don't want to be in the middle of nowhere. You want to be near major cities or places where you can travel and commute to work. And in California, that gets really expensive to be near those places. And in Maryland, it is just much more affordable to be within driving distance of your work. So let's assume that you work in downtown Washington, D.C., which is a major employment center, but you're okay with commuting 30 to 45 minutes to work every day. And let's say you have a budget of around $850,000, which is what a lot of my clients from California are shopping around. You can find a nice colonial like this in Germantown, Maryland, just over a half hour from downtown DC. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home with over 3,500 square feet and a 2-car garage. If I look for a similar home in LA, around $850,000 with 4 bedrooms, over 2 baths, and over 3,000 square feet, there is pretty much nothing. This is the only thing I could find that's even close. The closest options I could find are all the way out in San Bernardino County. And again, that is far away from LA. So if you want to work in LA and live on this type of budget, you're going to be out of luck. And that's why moving to Maryland is such an attractive option. Now, I know money and jobs are not everything, and that's not the reason that you're thinking of moving from California to Maryland. If it was, you'd be pretty disappointed if you were moving here for something like the outdoors, which doesn't compare to California at all. I mean, California is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. It has some of the best national parks in the country, and Maryland just cannot compete with that. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like there's nothing to do here in Maryland. We have great things to do. We have the Appalachian Mountains, we have beaches, we have the Chesapeake Bay, which is a really popular place to go out boating and sailing. And we have 4 seasons out of the year, which some places in California don't get a true 4 seasons. And 3 of those seasons here in Maryland are really nice to be outdoors in. So there are benefits to living here. And you also have the East Coast. You get to explore the entire East Coast. It's such a different look and feel from the West Coast. So if you've lived on the West Coast your entire life, it might be a welcome change. And I personally think Maryland is a great travel hub, meaning that you live here and you have more money to save to travel anywhere in the country or internationally that you want to. I think, it's great to be out in places like Colorado and even visiting California, but me personally, I love living here, having the higher disposable income and getting to travel those places whenever I want to. And one last topic I want to cover here is the schools. And although that's not the main reason that people move from California to Maryland, because California has some great schools, well, Maryland has 2 of the top county school districts, public school districts in the entire nation. We have Howard County and Montgomery County, compared to California being such a massive state, only having 1 county, which is Marin County, being on that list of top 10 public school districts. So by moving to Maryland, you have more money in your pocket, you have higher rated schools, you have a bigger house for your money, and you still have great jobs available. So it's no wonder that Californians are considering moving here. And if that's you and you're curious what it's like to live in specific areas of Maryland, I have plenty of videos all over my channel about the best places to live in Maryland. So make sure to go watch them. And if you are considering a move here in the near future, please reach out to me. I would be happy to help you with your move. You can reach me at my contact information listed below, or my personal favorite, go to the link in the description or in the comments and schedule a one-on-one consultation with me where I get a plan together for you and your move. I am so excited to hear from you. I cannot wait to help you with your move from California to Maryland. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so that you stay up to date on all of my videos about moving to Maryland.